I'm Larry Menti. Welcome to Jersey Matters. This week, New Jersey homeowners are upset that their property tax reductions are going to disappear with federal tax reform. We interview an accounting expert who says most of you have nothing to worry about. Then, the mission continues to make New Jersey cities a little more green. And the Grammy Museum opens in Newark, New Jersey, and Jersey Matters is there. Sing a hey diddle diddle with it. Those stories are still to come on Jersey Matters. We are going to begin with an interview with Tom Bracken, who is the CEO of the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce. But first, a few words about the interview you're about to see. Now, we have spoken with Tom Bracken several times on Jersey Matters, and he always says basically the same thing. People and businesses are leaving New Jersey because taxes are too high, it's not a friendly business climate, and something has to be done drastic in Trenton to change this. It's always pretty bleak. We interviewed Tom Bracken for this show, and he was upbeat and hopeful. It took me a few questions to figure out why the renewed optimism all of the sudden. Then it hit me. It's because a big change is on the horizon, and no matter who is the next governor, it won't be Chris Christie. See if you agree with me. Here's our interview with Tom Bracken, CEO of the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce. Let's start with an overview. So we can, the rest of the discussion can launch off of that. What is the business climate right now in New Jersey?
Business climate in New Jersey is very uncertain. We have many issues that have been out there, big issues that have been hanging out there for a long time that have not been addressed. We have the entire legislature up for election and maybe some change of leadership there depending on the outcome of the election. We have a new governor, without question, a new governor coming in, which will change a lot because it'll bring in a new administration, new heads of all the different agencies and departments. So a very different environment facing New Jersey and the business community going forward. And that's not even to talk about the federal issues that are hanging out there: tax reform, healthcare reform, infrastructure money, Gateway Tunnel. You just can go on and on and on. So it's a very uncertain environment. And the one thing business does not deal with very well is uncertainty. So certainty is key for business, and there is very little certainty right now. You went through a whole laundry list of topics, so let me go through and take them one by one. I'm going to start with the governor's race. I know that the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce doesn't endorse a candidate. Correct. Does one concern you more than the other? I'm not concerned about either candidate. The thing you have to determine is not what they're saying right now, but when they get in, what they do. And a lot of times, as we all know, what people say and what they do are different things. And I think both of them, either one of them being elected, once they get into that seat and they see exactly what they're facing, what they've been talking about will probably change because priorities will be different. The available resources will be maybe different than they think are available right now. So, what will happen in the future, I don't know. What they'll do, I don't know. But all I can tell you is we're dealing with two people that are decent people and qualified to be governors. I must say this is much different than any other time I've interviewed you before, because in the past it's always businesses are leaving, the business climate isn't good, I don't know what we're going to do, we can't keep going this way. But now you see some hope when I don't think it's apparent. Well, I think the hope I have, Larry, is that when I talked to you before, there was never the opportunity to have open dialogue. We can't. Every issue we have facing us in the state today, there's a solution for. We just have to find it. There's a solution for everything we're facing. You cannot begin to have solutions unless you have a commitment to have this bipartisan, nonpartisan, constructive dialogue amongst legislators, the administration, the business community, the not-for-profit world, higher ed. If you make a commitment to do that, and those people sit at a table with all the bright minds we have in New Jersey, we can come up with some solutions that are not going to be perfect for everybody, but at least they're solutions and start to move the state forward. That's the difference, the ability to have that kind of dialogue.
I think I'm getting it. Let me filter down everything you've said then. You're saying that Murphy and Guadagno are decent people that you can deal with, and you have not been able to deal with Chris Christie as well as you would like.
The current administration is a little more tight-lipped. They like to bring everything in-house. They like to do everything among themselves, not a lot of outreach. That's their style. You know, it's made the state better than it was when he started, but maybe not as good as it should be. But with better dialogue and more open dialogue, I think we can definitely get more issues on the table and get to solutions faster.
Are you worried about where the legislature might go? Are you looking at this election and seeing some people that you have been able to deal with who may not be there anymore?
Oh, definitely. Some of them are retiring. Some of the people that we have worked with very closely are retiring or unfortunately have passed away. So there are going to be some changes without question because of that. The people that are coming in, most of them we know very well, and I think they'll be net positives. But when you're losing people that you've dealt with and worked with very constructively, you know, that's problematic.
Yeah, let's talk about some specifics, especially when it comes to the governors, because they're going to drive the agenda, at least for the first year, what they want to do. So even though you're not endorsing a candidate, you like Kim Guadagno's plan better?
The auditing concept that the lieutenant governor has a lot of positives. I think there can be money found by doing that. That part of her plan is very attractive to me. And it really goes to the core of what we need to do in this state, which is happening to some extent nationally. We have to take what we have, break it down, and start over. The state is broken, and a lot of what we do, the policies we have and the process we use is broken. We need to start over and do it better.
Is there anything about Phil Murphy's plan that's attractive to you?
He's been very open in some of the problems that we have, and talking about the need to address them. School funding, the pension, the incentive program we have, a lot of those things. They need to be addressed aggressively, and he has addressed them aggressively. You might not like the way he wants to fund them, but the fact that he's willing to deal with them aggressively is a big positive because they have to be dealt with. We can't move forward unless we deal with those issues and get something done.
So many other things to talk about. I want to talk about Amazon coming here and the current tax reform proposal that's being bandied about in Washington when we continue our conversation with Tom Bracken, CEO of the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce, when Jersey Matters continues.